I made a video about making a complaint to OFCOM about a segment on a This Morning programme which was broadcast in January last year. I showed the details of the programme which you need to know in order to make the complaint. I showed the process of making the complaint, and I showed my complaint itself, although I didn't put my complaint in the text to be copy and pasted, because when you do that, people copy and paste, it looks like it all comes from the same source, it looks like it's all one person, and the complaints like that can basically be lumped all together and collectively dismissed, so it's not a good idea to do that. So I did all that, and that video was deleted by YouTube. There were three pieces of media content which I used. One was an article from the BBC, which it was a bit edgy by YouTube standards, but it was the BBC. The BBC is the holy grail of these organisations, so it's possible that those comments about blood clots were what sparked YouTube's deletion, but it seems highly unlikely because the BBC is so loved by these organisations. The other one was the actual statement made by the woman on This Morning, but again, this is totally in line with YouTube's guidelines, so it's inconceivable that it was that one. The other one were comments made on GB News on the Mark Steyn show, made by Naomi Wolf, which have caused Mark Steyn to himself get investigated by OFCOM, so I thought it was a good idea for a bit of balance and to complain to OFCOM about something actually worth complaining about. I would say in the normal course of events that it was that media clip, just 10 seconds, which caused the video to be deleted, because it's exactly what triggers YouTube, the comments the woman was making. But here's the thing, I wasn't posting that particular content from a neutral perspective, and I wasn't endorsing it. I was pouring scorn on it. I was saying this is a whole crock of bollocks. Almost certainly it's that got that content, those comments, not my comments, her comments, which got the video deleted. Now that content is still on YouTube. It's on GB News, on Mark Steyn's playlist, 4th of October. It's still there to be seen. My comments, pouring scorn on her comments, have now been deleted. So you can't criticise those comments. You can air the video, the original media, as it's on the GB News channel. But if you comment on it and you say this is a lot of nonsense, your video will be deleted, because in order to do that you have to show the content, and you can't do that because it goes against YouTube's guidelines. So you can't criticise, and that is exactly that is effectively the YouTube line. I'm not saying those things with a view to supporting the YouTube line simply from a matter of factuality, but it is effectively doing that. You now can't do that on YouTube, because in order to do it you have to show the original content, and you can't do that because it'll get deleted. So at this point YouTube is eating its own tail. It's deleting material which in effect carries its own water without any desire on me to carry YouTube's water. It is effectively doing that. They are eating themselves. They are censoring themselves at this point through a combination of their excessive censorship and its sheer cack-handed nature. They're eating their own tail at this point. To what extent it's eating its own tail is hard to say, but it is definitely doing that. It is self-censoring itself at this point in time. I took a look at Rumble because I wanted to watch the latest Trump rally speech last Saturday, and I noticed on Rumble there are now cat videos. There is personal content which people are not uploading to Rumble as a repository for videos which cannot be uploaded to YouTube, but because they want to simply upload them to Rumble and not to YouTube. This is definitely something which I hadn't seen before. Previously Rumble has just been a repository for YouTube videos which can't be uploaded to YouTube. Now people are actually uploading content to Rumble because they want to upload it to Rumble. And I also noticed that Rumble is now listed on the New York Stock Exchange, which might be a slightly poisoned chalice, because it occurs to me that I wonder if Google won't try to take a 51% controlling stake in Rumble, and wouldn't that be a disaster? But in any event, Rumble is getting big. How big it currently is in relation to YouTube, I have no idea. Very, 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 very small. It is a flea on the back of YouTube. And I don't think it will be anywhere near even coming close to challenging YouTube in any of our lifetimes. I very much doubt it. But it is happening, and you are now seeing extraordinary things like people actually uploading content to Rumble that they want to upload to Rumble, and not because they have to upload it to Rumble. That's quite extraordinary. And this situation has been created purely by YouTube. YouTube have created their own demon with their manic censorship and its sheer cack-handed nature, where they end up deleting content which effectively supports their own line. Even if the creator in question isn't looking to support their line, it just does end up supporting their line. They're deleting everything at this point, which is just about as ridiculous a situation as you could have, but that's the way it is. All the relevant links to the video, which I had to upload to Rumble because it was so stupidly deleted by YouTube, are just a few inches below your eyes right now. Links to what was deleted, and also all the relevant links to OFCOM and the comments made by the woman, which I'm talking about making a complaint about. You can find those all just below in the description. Feel free to click like on this video as a repository for the video on Rumble, because I'm not even sure that likes are particularly relevant on Rumble. And you can see the video there. So I'm going to have to now, I've gone through a period of complete peace and tranquility with YouTube, and I thought things were getting better because I've uploaded videos, saying certain things, saying certain words, not euphemistically as I was doing for a while, substituting other words, but actually saying it directly and getting along okay, no problem. I thought things were getting a bit better, and YouTube have changed their guidelines a bit. Evidently not. We're back to the stupid square one again of having to make videos pointing people to another platform, videos which entirely endorse, in effect, YouTube's line, which is completely bonkers. But there we are. So go ahead and take a look at the video and make the OFCOM complaint, which I am suggesting you make. Be part of the solution. Don't just sit back and be part of the problem.